Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Get Dirty Garage, where today I think I'm going to try and dress up that front fascia that we made. Been staring at it quite a while and just needs something. So yeah, I'm going to try and add the air deflector, diffuser, I don't know, wingdings, I don't know what you call them, but just see if we can make it just a little bit dressier and add a little bit of protection for the inevitable curb scrapes. So we'll see if we can't put something up in there and see if we can't make it look like I think it should. So anyways, we got a bunch to do, so let's go ahead and let's get dirty. Is this thing on? Yeah. Hey guys, well, after staring at this fascia that we made for a couple of months, I guess, I don't know, just kind of needs to be more, or a little, yeah, just need some finishing touches. So got the idea to put some little, I don't know, diffusers, something airplane, I don't know, something that you know, maybe going from this corner around, wrapping around, I don't know, trying to get a little bit more style into that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and make a little bit of a template here and see what we can come up with. Starting with some cardboard. I'm gonna mark out the inside of this real quick, just to kind of get a oops, that was good. So, something along those lines, and then that way we can start making something stylish, I guess. We'll see what we can come up with here, but let's see. Do something like that. Clamp it up in here. Something like that. Okay. Now we can kind of trace around the surface that it's got to meet. And not go far enough back. Okay, reset. Start back here. Alright, well, let's give that one a try. So I'm going to go from about there. To about there. So This kind of gives a starting point, and maybe make this like a 1.5 inch wide. A little taper back there. And for the back side, we can just do this. Okay, so let me get this marked out, cut out, and then we can kind of see if we can get an idea how to make these corners. I don't know if I have the ability to bend that down very well, but let me get that marked out, cut out, and then we will see if we can't start making a template of what we make our metal out of. So we'll pick it up from there. Okay, so I kind of got that somewhat in the shape I think I like. I'm just gonna try and get this clamped in here so we can start refining things, I guess. See what it looks like a little bit on the corners here. Yeah, something like that, I guess. Okay, and that way, we can add just a little lip. If I make this longer and try and fold that lip over, I'm going to end up with all sorts of puckers and things and corners and curves. Don't think I got the skills or the equipment really to do that at this point, but so I may have to make just a lip straight down out of a separate piece and weld that. So anyways, let me go ahead and see if I can get this transferred over to a piece of metal, and then we will see what we can come up with for making it designer-ish, something like that. So we'll go from there. Okay, let's take this sweaty mess over to the car and see how it looks over there. Okay, well I got that kind of clamped in place, and I'm thinking if I just do a little lip down, we'll kind of have a finishing touch there. So I'm just kind of simulate, I guess, how wide to make that thing. something like that, maybe a half an inch, and maybe I can taper it here and kind of in the back there. So let's cut out a half inch wide strip, and see what happens from there. We'll play with that a little bit. Alright, so I just sliced out a half inch of material here, and I think I can probably get close to this shape pretty easy. Just bending around it. Okay, got a couple of little twists in it, but I think that gets us kind of in the ballpark. Let me go ahead and just clamp this stuff up and throw a couple of tacks in it, and we'll come back and take a look. All right, let's kind of fit this up here. See what we're dealing with. Okay, I think I'm going to actually mark that so we can get it in the same place more than once. So, this end has definitely got to come in. I think that gives us about 1.5 inches, something like that, to stick out. So, see if we can get it fairly even. This kind of tapers back in, but I think that's not bad. Now to do a little bit of curvature on the ends, I think I want to take it to a point. There-ish. So, Let me do a little bit more carving on this, and then we can kind of tack all this together, see if we can straighten out all this metal. So I think we got a good start at it at this point, so should be good. By the way, I read the other day that the school systems are really struggling. Apparently 65% of Americans struggle with basic math. I'm kind of glad I'm part of the other 25%. Okay, well, let's get some work done. Okay, well, I think there's our finished product, and reason for all the DA work is I'm trying to metal finish this, so it takes nothing more than primer and paint. I don't want to do any body work to it. So anyways, let's go see if this works on the car and go from there. Okay, well, I think that's doing what I want it to do, kinda, and about where I think it should go. So I think at this point, let me just rinse and repeat on the other side, and we'll throw some little primer and paint at them and see what they look like in the end. So we'll go from there. All right, well, after about got both of these made and knocked some mounting holes in them, so we'll see if we can't get them screwed up onto the bottom of the fascia and so on. But after about 18 coats of primer and a bunch of sanding and stuff, and I mean, I think they're metal finished enough where don't really have to do any body work to them, which is kind of my goal there. So I'm gonna put some low gloss black engine paint, because it's pretty close to the engine, so I think it counts. But just do some low gloss. I mean, they got low gloss and they got matte. We'll see what we might like better, but I think I'll keep these a different color than the fascia. They kind of look like spoilers, or I don't know, whatever they're called, but I think they'll look good as kind of a accent piece. But we'll get a few coats of this on there, slap them up underneath, and see what they look like on the car. So we will pick it up after that. Okay, well, about 3 days later, after these actually dried from all the great humidity, let me see if we can get these zapped up in there. And what they look like in their final form. Hopefully I can do this without scratching them up too bad, but I think I will leave them black or some other color so they're not body color. But see how it contrasts, I guess. Kind of had these located at one point. There we go. And I just got some screws up through the bottom of the fascia. I mean, if you were putting this on like a plastic or rubber bumper, I mean, you could come up with some sort of clip attachment or something, I'm sure. But just some screws for now. I was thinking, you know, they probably will give kind of a first level of protection from the inevitable curb scrapage. Just because, you know, you can't tell where I'm going or something. And I think they would be a heck of a lot easier to replace than, or repair, than this fascia. So, yeah, got that going for us. Yeah, which is nice. About there-ish. Get these things all lined up again. Okay. Yeah, I think that kind of does what we're looking for. A little bit of a gap in there, but I think we can draw that up with another screw, probably, something like that. But I think this probably got to add what, 8-10 horsepower? Should make it go faster. Aerodynamics and stuff. So anyways, I guess the wing dings are on, or diffusers or deflectors or spoiler or whatever you choose to call it. I don't know, but I think they look pretty good. What do you think? Hey, leave me a comment. Let me know if you like it better with or better without. I think it finishes it off pretty good if this is body color and those stay black or grayish or something like that. Should be good. But shoot me a comment down below and let me know. We'll go from there. Well guys, I think that's going to do it for this edition of Let's Get Dirty Garage. Hopefully it's pretty evident it's quick and easy, kind of ish, in order to try and dress up that front fascia. Give that a try on something. I mean, I think it was honestly, if it didn't take so long for paint to dry and the humidity down here, it would have been a whole bunch quicker. But anyways, yeah, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And hey, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and tell somebody about the channel. We sure are enjoying putting stuff together for you, but stay tuned. There's a whole bunch more to come, and we'll see you next time. Take care.